Investment Migration Insider had a good article talking about citizenship by descent. This is something you might want to consider. A lot of people actually qualify for this and don't even know that they do. We can actually help you in checking in for your situation because this can cut back on your cost. It's not as quick as citizenship by investment in most cases. In fact, some cases you might even have to spend as much time as the regular residency process, depending on the situation, the country, and so forth. Now, I'm going to give you a complete list of EU citizenship by ancestry descent policies and the different countries here that apply to this. There are 17 countries inside the European Economic Area that offer EU citizenship to grandchildren, great-grandchildren, or sometimes even more distant descendants of European citizens. Because citizenship is in one EEA single market country grants the right to live and work in all of them. These citizenships consistently rank among the world's most desirable. Now, tens, potentially hundreds of millions of non-Europeans qualify for citizenship by descent. Now, I'm going to give you a complete list as well as an interactive map of listing this on the European EEA single market of countries that offer citizenship by ancestry. Now, for the purposes of this interview, they stated here they were going to ignore various citizenship by ancestral persecution solutions, such as the ones that apply to people descending from that were stripped of citizenship in Nazi-controlled Germany and Austria, or Sephardic Jews in Spain and Portugal. And also, while in Norway, Iceland, and Switzerland and Liechtenstein are not EU member countries, they are part of a single market, and it's stated here that the citizens therefore have the same settlement rights across Europe as citizens of fully fledged EU member states. In any case, none of those four countries offer citizenship by descent to those who are not immediate descendants of the citizens. Okay, now how many people qualify for European citizenship by descent? You'd be surprised. Outside of Europe itself, descendants of Europe citizens are overwhelmingly concentrated in the Americas. While there are certainly considerable numbers of European descendants living in Africa and Asia, not to mention the Oceanic, where the predominance of inhabitants have European ancestry, the largest groups in absolute terms are found in North, Central, and South America. Now, in 2016, it was talking about here in the United States, 133 million Americans, which is roughly 41% of the population, reported they were of the European ancestry. That number, however, includes only those who have firsthand knowledge of their European ancestry or care to report it. Some 244 million Americans, which is roughly 72% of the population, self-identified as white or Caucasian, many of whom simply consider themselves Americans rather than, for example, Irish Americans or German Americans. Now, in Latin America, moreover, an estimated 32 to 40% of the population, which is 179 to 220 million people, are of European descent. Nearly half of them live in Brazil. Now, all told, more than 500 million people outside of Europe have some claim to European ancestry. Also, if you are interested in legally getting your income taxes to zero or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And number two is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below. And number three is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Hit the top bar that says apply with us, fill out the questions, and then hit that bottom bar that says send it to us. We'll get back with you. We deal with a lot of citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries all over the world. Now, it went on to say that not all of those will be actually able to prove it, of course, of people that are, trying to get this done. Fewer still will be able to demonstrate they have a European ancestry, only 2 or 3 generations removed. A number of European countries, however, don't place a particular generational limit on citizenship eligibility through ancestry. If you can convincingly argue through the evidence that you're an ancestor of Hungarian, for example, there is at least hypothetically no limit on how many generations you can go back. The difference between Italy's program and the citizenship program in Hungary, is that the Italian ancestry can only be claimed as far back as ill existed in the current state, they stated here. And they went on to say that yet in Hungary, if you can establish a paper trail that's connected each generation to the next, then you can go all the way. You can go all the way to yourself. You'd be eligible to apply for this. Now, thanks to the growing popularity and diminishing cost of genealogy research and DNA testing, there are a number of non-Europeans that are able to argue convincingly that they are European descent is rising by getting this done. Now, this is an option you can look at. I mean, it would be cheaper in some cases with legal fees and everything than some citizenship by investment programs. I'm going to give you a list which basically will countries that are currently offering citizenship by descent, along with the, I'll give you the countries right here and also the number of generations you can go back. Austria, for instance, you can go with one generation only. Belgium is one generation only. Bulgaria is the third generation. Croatian is second generation. Cyprus, first generation only. Czech Republic, second generation. Denmark, first generation only. Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, they're all first generation only. Greece and Hungary are third generation. Iceland is first generation only. Then you got Ireland is third generation. Italy is third generation or earlier. Latvia is third generation or earlier. Liechtenstein is first generation only. Lithuania is third generation or earlier. Luxembourg is third generation or earlier. Malta is second generation. Netherlands, first generation only. Norway is first generation only. Poland is third generation or earlier. Portugal is second generation or earlier. Romania is second generation. Slovakia is third generation. Slovenia, second generation. Spain, second generation. Sweden, first generation only. And Switzerland is first generation only. Anyway, if you want to know more on this and find out more information on this, if you'll go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, hit the top bar of any page that says apply with us, fill out the questions, and then hit that bottom bar that says send it to us. We'll get back with you. And if you want new videos automatically, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen and the notification bell next to that subscribe button. I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.